All right, we're back today. We're going to be doing some good old-fashioned Tron. Just some green Tron. I've adjusted the main board a bit. We dropped our Relics of Progenitus and added in more Oblivion Stone and All Is Dust. We don't have any single target creature removal, so we'll see how this does against this format. We're on 19 lands. Most lists are on 18 or even 17 right now. I just didn't want to cut a basic forest because I like having 4. And then I wanted the Yavimaya, so we're staking on 19. Other than that, you've got your 4 Worm Coils main, a Walking Ballista main, Ulamog and Kozilek main, because the Kozilek is so that way you can cheese mill if you get mill game 1. And then the Ulamog, because Ulamog's a great finisher. Kozilek's not a bad way to draw into more of your top end, so that's why it's fine to be in the main board. Ugin and Karn, because Ugin and Karn, they do stupid things. You get them out real quick, and you get to win. And then what we've got going on in the sideboard here is you've got 2 Wilts to be able to destroy artifacts and enchantments, mainly Blood Moon. Veil of Summers here for the counter matchup. I don't expect to run into too much counters, but that doesn't mean we won't. Then you've got an 11, well, technically 10. A 10 package artifact suite, and then another Emrakul. So that way you've got a different threat than Kozilek here for mill, because I really am not a fan of mill against Tron. And Emrakul is, while it's the most uncastable of all the Titans, it is the most fun if you can cast it. Then we've got Grafdigger's Cage and Relic as sideboard or as graveyard pieces. Fitting Needle to name anything. Liquid Metal Coating, because Liquid Metal Coating in Karn the Great Creator is a great way for land destruction and to lock your opponents out of the game. Need to survive a bit more? You've got Ensnaring Bridge or Trinisphere. A lot of the times, those opponents that you need to survive against don't really get to 3 mana too quick, so Trinisphere can buy you some time. Chalice on 0 or 1 is a great way in this deck to kind of just stop your opponents from killing you. Another Walking Ballista in the sideboard here, so that way you've got another threat to grab an O-Stone in case you need board wipe once you've got Karn out. And then a single Sundering Titan, because destroying lands is fun. And a 7/10 threat that you can cast on turn 4 ain't bad to boot. That's the quick rundown of Tron and what it tries to do here. And with that, let's take it into a league and see how we can do with it. Disable low latency. And see how that does. Would love to take the die roll. So no, we don't keep this hand. I mean, you keep turn 3 Tron, right? Bottom Bug Plant. This map pass turn. Then we have Tower into Karn the Great Creator. Karn probably okay. Blurris and a black-white. Is this a pending? You have the prismatic ending. Oh no, it's just a sentinel. Cool. Okay with that. This pass turn. Inkmoth Nexus, Springleaf Drum. Okay, well, Karn the Great Creator is a pretty good card in this matchup. So that's a tower and a plant. We need a mine. Let's grab the 1 white border mine. There we go. 4 mana, Karn the Great Creator. Nah, I'll let him draw. This, go down, yes. We have 3, so they're going to be able to kill if we don't play out something simple like a Ballista. So Ballista it is. And regret our decision here. I guess we don't have to regret because we have this Chromatic Star. This allows us to block the Pure Steel and then hit the Sentinel. Sigarda's Aid, sure. Aid does mean the hammer gets to go. These are both at Karn. Show me the hammer. Shadow Spear. Okay. Just as problematic. But we're fine. They'll draw. Oh. Okay. That works for them. I'm A-okay with this because we're about to just go Oblivion Stone. Yeah, they'll have a hammer, but that's it. Yeah, you can move your Shadow Spear over. That's fine. This, we draw... we draw another All Is Dust. This point, that is not the card we're looking for. But we'll take it. Okay. We'll go Kozilek here because we're about to blow up the world. Do this, pass the turn. I could have blown up on our turn. And then they have to just rebuild knowing that we're about to draw a bunch. I mean... yeah. Hammer comes in. Cool. With triggers on the stack, I'm gonna blow up the world. You get to draw a card. Now you've got to deal with a Kozilek. Lures to hand. Stoneforge. Okay. And a hammer. That's only 10 mana, ain't it? And that's only 9 mana. Okay. I'm 1 mana short of Kozilek. My bad. And we can't... there's no point to All Is Dust this board. It's the board state after that I get concerned about. Memnite, Floating One, Ink Moth, Animated, Pure Steel Paladin. Yep. Nothing I could have done there. I guess if we had Yeah, nothing I could have done. We could have grabbed Karn liberated instead of the Kozilek. I got greedy. I thought I had 10 mana. Because then we still would have been able to equip or play out the Kozilek. Yeah, that's just me getting greedy. Thought we had enough. Wilts can come in. They've got a good amount of artifacts. All is Dust is kind of mediocre. They've got a lot of artifacts. Anything I want in the board to get out faster? No. Nope, we can do better. We can do better. Tron can mulligan really well. Apparently we're going to 3. Okay, this is a keepable 3. 2. We're gonna just keep redraw and keep map. This way, if we can assemble Tron, we can assemble Tron. If we can't, we've got redraw. Going to 3 against their deck is not good for us anyway. Upkeep, we draw the mine. So we will indeed have Tron on turn 3. Do they have the double hammer start? Thoughtseize, take my chromatic star. It's a 1 hammer start. That's fine. We go to 10. This is finding us the power plant, and we are hoping to top deck like literal gods. Power plant, and we draw a worm coil engine. Go ahead and play that out and pass the turn here. They need a way to deal with worm coil and the tokens it makes. 2 mana Stoneforge, Pure Steel. Okay. I mean, I block every day of the week here. Shadow Spear. Okay. Still have lifelink. So you get in for 5. I go to 1, and you lose your guy. Okay. Map. Drop map, crack map. Get Blast Zone. Play Blast Zone. Crack Blast Zone. Not yet. Crack Blast Zone when they cast an artifact. There's the Saga. They did Luris to hand. So I could put Blast Zone to 3. I kind of like just blowing it up now, though. Karn liberated. Fun. Carney boy. Exile Puri. Get in for 6. They can Luris if they want to. But Luris only buys back at best aid. And they get another Saga. We can down tick if we need to. I feel like that's what we want to do, especially with that draw. Assuming they're not going to trade their Luris here. Yeah, they don't trade Luris. We go 17 all. You get rid of that. Play out of mine, pass the turn. Ugh. And now we're in top deck mode. Yep. They make a construct. They've got themselves a 1/1 here. They're going to go and grab an artifact to make it a 2/2. And it's going to be a hammer. Sure. They don't have a second Shadow Spear, though, so I'm not too afraid of a hammer when we've got a Death Touch blocker. Okay, well, that's a card we can't cast. Hope they don't have removal. Sure, make yourself a 3/3. Ah, because now they get to make 2 hammers. We blow up 1. I guess if we had gone up the first time with Karn instead of exiling the Pure Steel Paladin, because we'd go up and then we'd go down on the Luris, they'd still have out the aid. I'm assuming this just goes and gets hammer, and then they put this on the... Yeah. Put that there. In an Ornithopter. Okay. I mean, I already planned on blocking. There we go. And Stoneforge gets their last hammer. Yep. Green mana or Bonkers card? Bonkers card it is. Worm Coil, pass the turn. So we take 16 here. But we're in pretty good shape. Huh. Because we obviously blocked the 15/15 and they put the hammer onto the one that onto probably Ornithopter. And they hit for 6 and 10. I guess at this point they're looking for Pure Steel Paladin. Meanwhile, we're looking for either green sword. So this is 9 mana, so not Ulamog, not Kozilek. Ugin's not great. But Ugin on 2 gets rid of the Stoneforge and the aid. Aid being one of our massive problems. Okay, drums, fine. I mean, I already know this is happening, and then we have to block there. You don't have the Shadow Spear. Yeah, you get to equip. So 17, yeah. We take 18, we gain 6. And we make some blockers. Upkeep, and then we draw. We draw green. Stirrings. Ouch. Wow. I wasn't expecting Stirrings to whiff that way. I mean, I guess we take Tower. In any order. We've played our land for the turn. We have to block the Construct token and the Ornithopter. Opponent draws Pure Steel Paladin here. We lose. Block like that. We go up to 11. They've got 3 hammers out. And an aid. Play that past turn. So we've got 2 turns here. Last draw, something good. Their hand is 2 other aids. So I don't have a way to win. Because Ugin can't kill their 5/5. Their hands, the aids, as they said. They hit another stone forge. I'm just curious, do they have anything else? They've got a plating? Oh my god. We almost get out of this alive. But we do not. Making sure they turn it sideways. There we go. All right. So mulligan to 3. Wasn't expecting to win. That came a lot closer than it should have been. That stirrings whiffing there is impressive to me. It did dig us 5 cards deeper, so. But Moto doesn't seem to want to register. All right. But hey, we're facing Freak You Nasty. We'll take the play. We can do better. See, we can do better. Keep this bottom scrying? Yeah. Hmm. All right, we will keep and yeah, bottomless scrying. This, that. Tower star, pass turn. Freak is blue-red stuff. I don't like it being blue-red stuff. Hey, that's a pretty good card. This draw. Ooh, Karn. Scrying. Try to find ourselves the power plant. Power plant is grabbed, and we will pass the turn. I know not what Freak is on. Smoldering egg. Okay. Seems like a good time to play Trinosphere. Karn the Great Creator. Downtick. Would love to use Karn the Great Creator's ability. Let's go get Trinosphere. Trinosphere. Hmm. So, whenever, put a number equal to the amount of mana spent to cast, 7 or more. remove and transform. So we do make it so that way their spells have to cost mana. But I don't feel that's too scary. But it means it buys us 3 turns. Blood Moon. Okay. Blood Moon is not that scary of a card after we've resolved what we've needed to. Yeah, it costs 3 mana. Expedition map, Sanctum. Uptick, no target. Thank you very much, D20. Appreciate you stopping by. You have a good one too. Island. Let's go grab ourselves a basic forest. Just so that way we have colored mana. And let's drop an expedition map. Tron can play hard mode. Never underestimate Tron. We're gonna cryptic command, sure. Bouncing Karn. Okay. I see you, opponent. Steam vents. And we'll have 6 here. I'm guessing that they've got counter magic. Do it this way, so it has to be counter magic and not force of negation. They counter and they got their flip, which is fine. Next turn we have creator plus bridge, assuming they don't have counter magic again. However, that assumption is probably incorrect. And we're about to just get smacked for 4 and have our Karn the Great Creator countered. Upkeep, we draw, and all is dust. Well, rather that get countered. If I'm having to eat a counter, 3 mana lightning bolt. Okay, so 5 damage to our face. And then they have the counter spell as well. No. Okay. So our mana is now free. Not phenomenal, but not awful. Free ball's still going to put in work. So for those who don't know, Freak You Nasty is another streamer. I believe that is his name. I don't know if they're live or not. But if they are, you can catch the other side right there at twitch.tv/freakyouNasty. So they fetched to get 4 basics. They've got 3 cards in hand. Now we're gonna try to do this. Because I need to pay mana in order to cycle Chromatic Spheres. Because 3-ball is a card. Ugin, huh? Not that. Chromatic Star. And we will pass the turn. There's nothing we really need at this point. Meanwhile, this is Snap Charm. Snap Bolt. Okay. That's an expensive bolt. You got it. We're at 8. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. Meaning they would have had the Snap Charm. We'll go down to 6. Meaning we're dead to Double Bolt. 'Tis an egg. So this is some form of just Blue Moon control. I want to draw a card here. Ballista. Right. How big of a ballista can we make? So 3, 4, 5, 6. Or we can go Karn bait. Karn resolved. Is there anything in our sideboard we can grab here? So it costs 3 mana, so it would have to be Bridge. Well, could be Sundering Titan to try to dodge Force. Could be O-Stone. Go down. Sundering Titan here would allow us to get Ugin or Ulamog. Triple, 1, 1. Sundering Titan. Let's go searching. I'm assuming this is getting countered. They're floating 3. Sacrifice, grab Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. I'm assuming this is getting countered by a... Oh, opt. Okay. This... Choose Forest, Mountain, Island. Say done. And Freak concedes. All right. So... facing what looks to be some form of Blue Moon control using Smoldering Egg. Not a fan of the Trinisphere. We're not going to grab that a second time. It hurt us more than it hurt them. I thought I misread the card. I thought the card was going to be more of a tempo-esque play. Instead, it's very much a controlling card. I want Veils and Wilts here. All is Dust and Oblivion Stones are fine. We're going to shave a Worm Coil, so we have it in the sideboard. Kozilek's a great card in this matchup. Ballista can hit the board. Yeah, take a Karn out and take yet another Worm Coil. Because I know I want Wilts and Veils. They're very much Blue Moon. No. Especially with Freak on the play. I can assume it's going to be a turn 3 Moon. So this hand doesn't produce any colored sources. Meaning we'd have to try to resolve an Expedition map. It's Blue Moon. I'm assuming he's probably going to keep Force of Negation. Hand's got 2 towers, but that's it. Nope. Well. Bottom. This way we've got the O Stone. If they've got the Moon. They don't. We possibly have turn 3 Tron? We do not have turn 3 Tron. Darn. This will be interesting if they're running Charma. We'll find out. Island, Shoxin, and Ops, I'm assuming. Considers. Same difference. They like the card. Not great for us. Spire Bluff. Play out the power plant, pass the turn. This way, if we do happen to draw the mine and they do not have the Blood Moon, we have Karn liberated. Assuming they're going to have the Blood Moon. They didn't want Deluge. Well, no, that makes sense to put Deluge into the yard. All. Okay. We've got a shot here. Rip mine off the top. Mine. No. Stone. Counterspell. Yep. We at this point are now looking for green mana. Red, blue iterates. Sure. Island was exiled. This upkeep draw, not great. I don't think we could have gotten better on 3 than the 4 that we kept. There's an egg. Upkeep, we draw like garbage. I say like garbage. There's really only 8 cards we're looking for at this point. Borrower, yep. Neat, we take 3. I guess ideally Yavamaya, so 9. Ancient Stirrings. Still can't cast our hand. Yes, you could have kept Natty Tron and then just hit these draws. I'm assuming they've got counter magic galore in hand, so we're not resolving a Sylvan Scrying. So we need... Okay, well, there's a card. I mean... We pass. Do we? Yeah, we pass. There's no point. We know that they're running counter magic galore and they've got a hand of 5. I'm assuming this is this or... Okay, so snap deluge. Really? Do you just not have deluge mana? Yeah, okay. They're still quite a ways off from deluge mana. But this does get them 4 and 4 counters on their egg. Put 2 into hand. At this point, we are looking for exactly green source. Meaning Chromatic Star, Map, Chromatic Sphere, Forest, Yavimaya. So a third of the deck. Blood Moon. Okay, well, now we just lose. They hit us for 5, and they've got 3 mana to flip the Smoldering next turn. Fun. Fun. Yep, there's the Archmage's Charm. They want to draw 2, and then they flip. And they're smacking us for 9. So they had the charm. They would have been able to charm our liberated anyway, so we weren't resolving a spell. Well, yes, we could have tried and eaten the counter spell that way, and then they don't draw. I don't think it matters there. And I agree with everything that we brought in. We just need to not draw like hot garbage. We'll be on the play this time. And we need to get much more aggressive with our hand, too. But who knows? Maybe we'll just have Natty Tron plus Veil plus Big Threat. Hmm. 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 We won the die roll. We will gladly take the play here. Mine, plant, map, wilt. Sure. I know we don't have anything to do once we get Tron, but we have Tron and we have the wilds to stop them from blood mooning us out of the game. So we got to try for it, right? We can easily draw any of our top end. Ugh. Okay, upkeep main, plant map. And pass it on over to Freak. Let's see what they can do. Island pass. Island pass. Yes, we draw liberated. Pretty great draw. Only really gets punished here if they... What? I guess if they have the force of negation? That'd be how we get punished. Blue, blue. Spreading seas. Ended card is an island. How dare you? I'm gonna spread my seas like that. I mean, we're still gonna grab the tower, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, grab the tower. Because this map. Pass turn. If this is island into blood moon, we then just go okay. Forest into wilt. In step. Track this for a power plant. Power plant. They've got 7 in hand, so I can guarantee you one of that's a counter spell. Chalice on 2 does a good number against them. Let's try to resolve a great creator here. I'm assuming that's not going to happen. That would be correct. Now we're going to drop a chromatic star. And pass the turn. Let's see if opponent's got Blood Moon. Okay. They got an island. Draw step. And this plays out Tarn. Pre-combat main, end. Upkeep, we draw O Stone. That's not bad. Karn liberated. They fetch. It's an island. Spell Pierce unless I pay 2? Sure. Yes. And then you're gonna Snap Pierce. All right, opponent. Getting aggressive with it. I mean, you got it. No moon? No moon. Upkeep, we draw. Let's see if opponent says search 5 deep. Because the question is, do you counter this or do you counter whatever I grab, right? Karn, Liberace. Any order, play out the Sanctum. Karn, Liberace. Guess I should try to float mana, but I can't. So we let that happen, and then we have to go get Ulamog. Do we get Ulamog or do we get colossal? So we have Tron +1. We get Ulamog here. Snap. Snap counterspell. Yep, that's fine. Snap spell will happen. Bonus down to 4 cards in hand. Up to 5. Makes me wonder what all they've got in hand, because they keep using snaps. Down to 14 we go. Blood Moon? Blood Moon. Yeah, that's a card. Land? Land. That is not a land. Built? We need to try to find things. That does indeed find things. So this 2, 4, 6, 9, not enough to Ulamog. But we can O-Stone and pass the turn. I guess we probably should have played out the star using the green. We'll take 4, go to 10. Five in hand. If we make it to the end step, we blow up and then we cast Ulamog and shut him off at lands. More specifically, shut them off of red mana. I understand that they're in a tough spot here because they have to decide. Because they know that we're getting the cast trigger here and they're not going to have a board. They're going to have 2 blue mana. I mean, yes, I'm assuming this ulamog is getting countered either by Archmage's Charm or Cryptic Command or what have you. I'm not expecting us to resolve a 10-10. Memory Deluge is cast. Okay. They get to put 2 cards into their hand and the rest on the bottom. Island is found. Instep, blow up the world. Get rid of their Spreading Seas and their Snapcaster Mage. Because you just told me I am greenlit to ulamog. Hit that and an island. Those will get exiled. This resolves. This and stirrings. Try to find ourselves a threat. Cause a Elect. That'll work. They've got triple blue. Spreading Seas on the tower? Sure. Seems good. Problem is, you're about to exile lots of cards. Liquid metal. Combat, turn this guy sideways. 20 cards got exiled. No blockers. Gotta stop in their upkeep. Lay out the liquid metal. In the upkeep. Tap down that Spire Bluff Canal. Sure, you got the bolt. Neat. Got a blocker? Even if you do, not gonna save you from the exile. Upkeep, draw, fun. Begin combat. Petty theft. Okay. Tap for green and draw a card. Veil of Summer, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough. I guess we could have veiled to try to draw another card. Assuming they're going to cast a blue spell, though, at some point. I'd rather hold up. Veil. Smoldering Egg is played. We want tower off the top here. Or wilt. Wilt would be acceptable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, they either have it or they don't, right? Karn liberated. Show me counter magic in your 3. Archmage's Charm, counter target spell. We're a land short from being able to cast this Veil of Summer in our hand. Spreading sees the Yavimaya. Okay. I guess that makes sense. It's the other one of. We got 3 in hand, 14 in deck. Mine here makes us have 8. Borrower to the... Yep. Dang it. Need to remember Veil can just be used as a redraw. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got enough for Veil plus something. Veil plus a 7 drop. Or 6 drop. Map. Map will work. It's funny. Map works to the point where we Veil if they try to stop this. Snap, sure. Snap charm. I'm assuming. Snap charm, and then they're going to try to charm here. Veil. Hmm. We drew it. 9, 10, ulamog. Exile. Exile. Hmm. So not dead to bolt, snap, bolt. We're at 7. That's a very difficult number for them to deal with. So that's 1 Brazen Borrower. Only 1. Huh. And then they're going to draw 2? Sure. They've got enough to petty theft. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Use us with 5. Not a lot. Blast Zone. That's a card. Gonna try to swing. And got the Petty Theft. As the Petty Theft. We'll cast Ulamog again. Cast trigger, hit land, and... yeah, hit land. At this point. Play Blast Zone, pass the turn. You can only bounce this Ulamog for so long. Yeah. I'll say, the problem is bouncing an Ulamog leads to problems. Mulligan again. Down to 4. Blah. We'll keep. I don't like keeping. But yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of, is there stuff that you're trying to stop? And if there is, then you're worried about being able to stop Coco's or Flashback or Dredge. Sure, I can definitely see running it. If you're not too worried about those, I wouldn't worry about running Weathered Runestone and Mill. So Arbor Elf and Forest. Is this Ponza? Watch this be Blood Moon. Not a Blood Moon because they did that wrong. Transmorph. I don't think that stops Transmorph decks. Because I'm pretty sure those cards that they're casting exile. It doesn't go from the top of the library. It says exile these cards until you hit a non-land card. So it doesn't stop the Runestone effect. Or the Runestone effect doesn't stop Transmorph decks. But there might be... it all depends on the wording of the cards, right? And that's the problem. So this, we draw, try to draw. Okay. We want power plant here. We do not see a power plant. We do, however, find a map. So we'll go like this, any order, play out this, play out map, pass the turn. We're dead on, well, we're not dead on board. It's 4 a turn. Problem is they make 6 mana. Or they just have Blood Moon. And they lose their Utopia Sprawl if they have Blood Moon. I don't think they care. For red. Seasoned Pyromancer. So our main issue is we're a turn slow on establishing Tron here. And then... I mean... I guess you pillage the tower. That's strictly incorrect. You pillage the map so I can't search. Because if I draw a land here, like tower, I'm still in a fine position. You're sad now your meta is transmorphing. I guess wording is correct. Yeah. Okay, well, there's a power plant. So this is definitely just Ponza. Meaning we need to be on the draw. Or on the play. Not on the draw. Blood Braid, Cascades, Blood Moon, and we concede. Goyf. Well, that's a pretty good one. Because this is swing for a lot. We go down to 5, and there's nothing we can draw off the top here. Cool. We can play out this Walking Ballista. We are not winning. So, Ponza. I want in my Wilts. Other than that, what can come out? Kozilek. We don't need that in this matchup. And liberated. Nah, we'll take out a Worm Coil. Sorry, we've got a Worm Coil on the side. Yeah, like I said, the card's not terrible. It's just, you know, using it for that specific case is it doesn't do what you want it to. And it makes me sad. I wish that it did. All right, well, we are going to 5. Bottom like so. I know it basically means we're keeping a 1-lander, but we're going mine into sphere. And then stirrings into map is the plan here. I'm just basically hoping that they don't have the Blood Moon real quick. We're assuming that most of the time this deck can pull off a turn 2 Moon. Because most of the time it can. Well, I didn't want to see map. This stirrings, tower, any order, play out tower, play down map. Assuming we're getting Blood Moon, and we're gonna have to play hard mode. Go and grab a forest and then play out map. You're gonna force pitching. Okay. Okay, opponent. Ponza. Oh well. Not a strong matchup for us. This gets a basic forest, and then they just go Blood Moon. Apparently not, because they like putting their Utopia Sprawls on their stomping grounds. Meaning we're looking at Bloodbraid Elf. Yep, Bloodbraid Elf, even though they've already pitched 1. And they hit a Goyf. Fun. They cast the Goyf. And they smack us for 3. What we need here is a land drop. It does not matter what type of land, because we just need this map to go get Tron and hope that they don't have the Blood Moon to follow up. That is not a land drop. There were 17 cards that we could have drawn out of those 52, and we didn't draw any of them. So now we're in a awful position. They bolt our face and hit us for 8. Take us to 6. There's 0 cards we can hit off the top here. You renewed your subscription through May. Dang, Hazy. Thank you very much. Hope I finished strong. Have a good one. Thank you very much. Well, I mean, it comes down to what do we draw here? That will not do it. We can get a land, and then we have 2 mana, and we are dead on board. So 1-2. Let's see what we can find here. There we go. Match has been found here. We did not win the die roll. So we'll see what happens. I see a map and a scrying and worm coils. This is almost good enough. Nope. Nope. Okay. Keep. Bottom. Keep the turn 3 Tron. Try as they have hand disruption. Okay, they don't have hand disruption. Fun. This means that they are living end. Oh, they have the living end grief start. Damn it. I mean, you take the scrying, right? I mean, yeah, you take one of the two. Doesn't matter which one you take. I think it's probably you take the sphere. Because if something like that happens, I now have a redraw. Meanwhile, if you had taken the sphere, I have a dead card in my hand. We assume that they're trying to living in as fast as possible at this point. Yep. And cycle, look at the top 2, put 1 into hand, other in the graveyard. They put an outburst in the bin. Probably going to be a bit on the slow side here, unless we can drip Karn the Great Creator. They do another walker. Or waker of waves. Island, and they cycle. So Karn the Great Creator is looking real good here. Let's take this redraw. That's not what we wanted to see. Worm Coil Engine, not awful. It's not great against their board, but it at least gives us a creature that will make creatures when they living end. Down to 14 they go. They cycle. And Shardless cascades into living end. Yep. So look at the top 3 of target player's library. I feel you look at my library with that architect, not yours. Because if I have Ugin here, I just go Ugin -7. You lose your board. If you look at my 3, you get to arrange it in any order. So we block. And then we take 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 19. We're at 1. All right. We'll be at 1. Okay. Card doesn't have haste. Yeah, you turn them sideways. These go over here and block those 7/7s. And I go to 2. Oh, because I gain 1 life. Yes. Yes. O stone. Dope stone. There we go. Buys us a turn. How did the Eternity go? We went 3-2. So not terrible, but not awful. They want to scry, sure. They like the card. Delta. I mean, you know, you forced me to have to crack the O-Stone. And then they have living in number 2. Or Shardless Agent, either or. Doesn't matter. We need Ugin off the top. Architect, they cycle. Shardless Cascade. Living End. Yep. Bleh. Again, these architects should target me and they seal. You're 2 up spelunking. Understandable. Again, target me. Make it so you know that I'm just drawing dead for a turn. And you have this game. Instead, I now have a chance. Because if I rip Ugin here, I don't. Okay, cool. We hit force. We can move on. This begins sideboarding. I like. We'll bring in the relic. Because I'm fine with cage and whatnot. I don't want to cut a map. Colossal can go. We're not getting to that. I want Chalice because that way we can go Chalice on 0. I like Chalice. I like Cage in the sideboard as grab pieces. Tis. It's tempting. Oh, we mulligan. We can do better. Apparently not. Damn. Lands are kind of important. Okay, well, we keep this. Bottom. Karn. Star. And I guess scrying? We just lead off with a relic and pass the turn. They shock. And get chewer. I'm gonna destroy an artifact. I guess. Meh. Power plant pass. So we're about to just go Karn down tick for Chalice. Chalice on 0. Hope they don't have an insane start. There's a Waker. They put Shardless in the bin? Okay. So we wonder what they kept. Okay, not bad. Sphere here. Because this will be cycle. We've already played our land for the turn. Grief evoked. Sure, you get to take my Karn. Damn it. This, we're gonna draw. Okay. Stirrings ain't a bad find there. Ballista's not awful. Assuming this is Violent Outburst, Cascades into Living End, and they get all that back. And, I guess if you're them, you take... you have to. There goes your Shardless Agent. Guess you take what? Stirrings? Yeah. I can Ballista on 1 here. It's not great, but it's a blocker. We block 7. Okay. Do you gotta do me like that? We take... Yeah, we take 13. There's literally no card in the world that we can top deck here. Living End takes us down. Because Grief is a fair card. I'm Tron. I can't complain. We had to mulligan terribly there. So we weren't going to be able to do much anyway. 1-3. Let's fight for these 50 play points. Nope, if we had one more land. Okay. Keepable. No, that's 2 mines. Mulligan to 5. This is 2 power plants. Deck stop. Put those 2 on bottom. Power plant sphere. Hope that the sphere is strong enough. Concealed courtyard, and it was a Lurrus revealed. So black, white, probably blade. There's the sentinel. This, and we draw the dust. Hey. Yeah. We're gonna prevent that. So concealed courtyard and sentinel and Lurrus. This could be hammer. I don't think hammer runs courtyard typically, but I know that they are black and white. Okay. So it is hammer. Meaning this great creator's not a terrible card. Upkeep, we draw. Okay, we will play out the power plant here and pass the turn. Ink Moth Nexus. And a hammer. They draw. So this will be Karn the Great Creator. Get Ensnaring Bridge. Or we are just dead. Hog. Double fucking hammer. And just suit it up and swing. One turn away. Dope. Wilt in. All is dust out. Yeah, that's it. So facing hammer twice this league. Almost had hammer match 1, but we threw it. And probably not going to have it here because we were a turn slow match 1. Dude, I'm not opposed to Colossus Hammer being legendary, but it isn't. And I can kind of understand why, because you can have more than one Colossal Hammer. I mean, and doesn't do much. But it's got Tron. Power plant map. Hope that we can top deck. If we can't, we're using these stars as draw engines. Hoping they don't have the turn 2. Marsh Flats, Plains, Drum, Ornithopter. Memnite, same difference. Yeah, that's always a fun interaction. Okay, there we go. That's exactly what we needed there. Be able to, you know, not be dead as hell. Saga. Black. You have the Thoughtseize. Come on. They take Karn. Bye-bye. And then they run Expedition map? I feel that's just incorrect. Let's assemble Tron, and then we go digging with spheres. So that's a mine and a plant. We need a tower. Well, there's a tower, meaning we have Kozilek next turn. This, I would love to pay for it. We're cycling. That's a card. We'll do this and pass the turn. We will wilt whatever they try to kill us with. Double Saga. They've got one card in hand. Okay, we'll take 2. Instep, however. Can do this. We're gonna wilt away that hammer. because that hammer is annoying. Here's a butcher. Got a way to deal with a 12-12? Yeah, you can make 5/5s, sure. Oh, you have to start sacrificing things. This doesn't have indestructible, does it? No. Sadness. Yeah, they make a saga token. And then they go and get what? Shadow Spear? They got a Springleaf Drum. Okay. So they concede. I mean, it makes sense because they have to sacrifice 4 permanents. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then these become 3/3s. They chump with the Memnite. They have 2 3/3s, make it. And then they become 2/2s. And then they get to make another one and have 3 3/3s. And we have a 12/12 with an Annihilator 4 on it. All right. Yeah. We run it back. I'm assuming they're going to take the play here. And we're going to be on hard mode. I'm trying to get these 50 play points. So, mine, tower. I dislike double tower. But I like ulamog. No. Okay, this is another mulligan. Double plant hand, but it's got the wilt. So we will pitch Karn liberated because we're not getting to that anytime soon. And I like Karn the Great Creator too much. I need the sphere for the wilt. So this has to be the map. Plains Aid. Yep. Memnite. Indeed. We taking 10 on turn 2? Or are we taking 20 on turn 2? Please don't have the turn 2 20 us. I can't handle that level of insanity. Here's the saga. Show me 2 hammers. Make me cry. Hammer 1. Hammer 2. God damn it. Hammer. Not the matchup Tron wants. I don't feel Tron's in a bad spot right now. It just has a real bad hammer matchup. The other games were pretty, well, I say pretty winnable. Not really, with how this list is built. So, meh. It's Tron. We can do Tron things. Needs to pick its battles better. I think, for this list. I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah. Other than that, it's still Tron, and you still get to do stupid things, sometimes quick, sometimes you're just not quick enough. And this format right now is really, really quick. As you saw, we got hit with turn 2 hammer. We got hit with turn... It wasn't turn 3, but it was double hammer for the lethal, which was a turn faster than what we could deal with. I think it was either turn 3 or turn 4. I forget. So there's that. And then there's Living End, where they went insane on us. Overall, it's... If you hit your matchups that you're looking for, Tron's fantastic. But it's got some pretty bad matchups right now. But it's always a fun deck to go out and play and have fun with. So, if you're into doing big dumb things quick, Tron's always a great answer. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.